Hi, I'm Wahid Tanner, and let me ask you this question. Do strong types make it easier or harder to learn how to code? Okay, so let's first talk about variables. What is a variable? A variable is something that you can put in your code to let you keep track of a piece of information. Let's say you have a game and you want to let the character move in different directions. You can create a variable to store whether the character is going to be moving up, down, left, right, things like that. It's called a variable because it can change. It wouldn't be much fun if the character could only move one direction. I remember when I was younger, we had these radio controlled cars, and the good kind had a steering wheel that you could turn, and the car would go left or right. The bad kind just had one button on the controller. And, when you let up on the button, the car would go straight. When you push the button, the car would back up and turn. It's very difficult to steer these, and you really only you were either pushing the button or you were not pushing the button. There was no concept of, let's go left just a little bit or make a hard left or anything. There was nothing like that. So being able to keep track of different options in a program, in a game, whatever it happens to be, is very important, and variables will let you do that. The next thing is, what is in that variable? Okay, so this is where the types come in. So in C++, it's a strongly typed language. That means that if you have a variable to store something like a char, which would be a single character, then you're not going to be able to put into that variable a whole string of text. You're just like a sentence or something like that. It's designed to hold one character, and that's all it will hold. You cannot assign an entire string of data to that variable. Other languages, they take a different approach to where they let you put, you can create a variable and you can put whatever you want into it and you could change it. Maybe it's a char one moment and it's a string another. Maybe it's a number with the decimal point, something like, 1.5. Another time, you could change it all, change it around wherever you want. So for those languages, I think that the impression is that they might be easier to learn because you don't need to worry about the types. I don't know. To me, I like knowing what my data is. I think that ability to be able to specify what something holds is important because, and let me tell you why. Because the compiler is the tool that will turn your written code into your executable code that the computer can run. The compiler can keep track of this information for you. So, if you were to mistakenly try to put a piece of text into a char variable, the compiler is going to say, no, 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 you can't do that. You get a compile warning. Or sorry, not a warning. You would get a compile error, and it wouldn't even let you proceed. So you wouldn't even be able to make the final program. Versus another language, there could be a bug there, and you wouldn't find out about it until the program was built, running, maybe even in your customer's hands. And it crashes because somehow a piece of text got assigned to a variable and the code was only expecting there to be a single character there. Or maybe the code was expecting there to be a number and it found something completely unexpected there. And you end up with a runtime bug. Now, which is easier? When you're learning how to program, would you rather spend a little bit of extra time up front to be able to know what types you're working with and then let the compiler help you? Or would you rather not worry about that and try to figure it out after it's already left your development environment, and customers paid for it, and they're calling you up on the phone saying, why did this program crash? And you're trying to figure it out. I tell you, it's a lot harder to figure out problems at runtime than it is to let a tool like a compiler help you to figure out problems like this. So maybe I'm biased. I think I am. I prefer a language that will help me, where the tool, the compiler, will help me keep track of types instead of a language that tries to make it easier at first. To me, it's just the expense of hiding bugs until later. All right, so that's all for now. You can find out more information at takeupcode.com, including there's podcasts. You can listen to podcasts there. You can subscribe to the Take Up Code podcast on iTunes. There's a lot of information there that will help you in your journey to learn how to code. All right, thank you. Bye.